Reason 1, it's free. No, seriously, it's free and it's legal. If the information I've read online is correct, the author of the series has given permission for anyone to translate and share the series. So just go on Google, search up 19 Days, click on a sketchy website, and there it is. Reason 2, it's amazing. "19 Days" is a Chinese webtoon written by Old Xian. It follows the daily lives of 4 teenagers and their friendship and the trouble they get up to. It has BL themes, but it's very subtle, so on websites it's often labelled as shonenai. Shonenai in the English-speaking manga/webtoon community generally means BL that's less sexual/non-explicit. So let's discuss why 19 Days is so good. Note: I'm going to try my best with the pronunciations of names, but I know I'm going to do an imperfect job, so I apologize for that. Please bear with me. What's 19 Days about? 19 Days starts off following 2 middle school boys, Jianyi and Zhang Jingxi, and their daily adventures together, which are humorous and lighthearted. Jianyi, in my opinion, is the closest to a main character and is our introductory guide into the world of 19 Days. At the beginning of the webtoon, we see he has some feelings for his best friend, which is initially covered up with jokes. Jianyi also has a complicated family situation. His mother is sometimes absent, and occasionally he gets caught up with dangerous people because of his mum. He's been best friends with Zhang Jingxi since they were young. Zhang Jingxi, in my opinion, is the most serious out of the group. I think that's because he talks the least. That being said, he still gets up to a lot of trouble with Jianyi. He is also the object of Jianyi's affection. Zhang Jingxi is extremely loyal and kind to his friends, even if he beats up Jianyi a lot. Also, he's a kind older brother. Later in the series, we're introduced to the other 2 characters out of the main 4. So first we have He Tian. So He Tian is like the perfect guy, okay? So He Tian is like the popular guy. He's constantly surrounded by girls who have crushes on him. He is very skilled at basketball and he's also very smart as well. Not to mention he comes from an extremely wealthy family, but at the moment he currently lives by himself in a mostly empty apartment. Finally, we have Mo Guanshan. When we're first introduced to him, he's a bit of an antagonist who gets into fights and causes trouble. However, he's a fantastic character and I think basically every reader of 19 Days loves him. So at school, he is a troublemaker and he's friends with other delinquents, and he's also got an enemy in this guy who is another student. His father is in prison, so that's a bit of a sore spot for him. He also works a lot because he doesn't have that much money. Finally, he is also extremely skilled at cooking. Whenever other people ask him to do favors, he always complains, but ultimately he does help them out. I remember reading this one comment saying that he was super selfless, and that's true. He might grumble about things, but ultimately he is extremely selfless to the people around him. So yeah, that just makes him all the more endearing and yeah, why readers care about him so much. Okay, so I'm going to talk about He Tian and Mo Guanshan for a bit because they're my favorite pairing, even though they were introduced secondly. So He Tian kind of forms a little, how should I put this? Persistent obsession with Mo Guanshan. He ropes Mo Guanshan into making him dinner because he's sick of eating convenience store food and sort of forcefully makes them become friends, although Mo Guanshan is very reluctant about the whole thing. Also, He Tian flirts with Mo Guanshan a lot, which Mo Guanshan hates, but maybe as time goes on, he hates it less. I don't want to spoil the development of their relationship, but they made me care about them so much. They're basically opposites in the way they're from opposite worlds, and they have those class differences, and how He Tian is kind of like the golden boy of his school, whereas Mo Guanshan is more of he's like the opposite. Okay, I'm so eloquent. Anyway, it might seem random and annoying about how persistent He Tian is about hanging out with Mo Guanshan, but later their relationship becomes really touching. Anyway, the four of them become close friends and have a lot of fun together, from going on picnics to starring in the school's talent show. They get into fights, they defend each other, they deal with gang/mafia people. I think that you will like it. I really liked it, and I think that a lot of people do like it. That's why it's so popular. 19 Days is comedic and has that slice of life feel, but just when you think it's simply lighthearted fun, it'll kick you in the gut with emotions. And also, I forgot to mention, I love the art. I definitely want to buy Old Xian's art books in the future. Someday. Oh my god, just imagine if 19 Days was published in English, as if like an English publisher did an official translation, and oh, that would be amazing. Hopefully that happens someday. So, if you haven't read it yet, I hope you check it out and enjoy it. Also, if you're already a fan of 19 Days, let me know. Who's your favorite character? For me, I definitely think it's a tie between He Tian and Mo Guanshan. I mean, I think He Tian was like my favorite for a while, but yeah, I think it's definitely a tie between them. But I also really like Jin Yi a lot. So, yeah. Okay, that's all for this video. Bye!